Wow. I feel like I haven't been here in a million years. I went to Miami, I edited those 2 shows with the Bean. By the way, the Bean episode, most amount of views of any episode. Go Bean. Then I had the Minerva show, which I poured over hundreds and hundreds of photos for like 4 or 5 days straight. So I feel like I haven't been here in a million years. So with that in mind, I'll say, come on in my kitchen. Full disclosure for this episode. I'm a little bit hammered and a lot bit hungry. It's Friday night. 11 p.m. I'm just starting dinner. And the reason I'm a little bit hammered is, it's springtime. And I've been bringing in big stalks of forsythia, quince. They call it forcing. You bring them in, you put them in like warm water, and the flowers will pop over them. They call them forcing. And along those lines, I'm trying to force rosé season. So, but I'm a bit hungry. So 11 o'clock, let's get some dinner going. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Over to the board. All right, so it's 11 p.m. on Friday night. What's wrong with a little late night shrimp parm? I got these Gulf shrimp. Been sitting here with some crushed ice. I cleaned them, deveined them, well washed. I got them with a little lemon and some tops of some oregano I wanted to trim down. So those have been basking like that nicely with the crushed ice. Marinara. It's the exact same sauce that the Bean made in Miami. So we didn't need to go through that. You can go check, I think it's 6-7, The Bean. We'll talk all about the marinara sauce. Little pepperoncini, some fresh mozzarella, I grated it. Salt, pepper. This is Grana Padano. You can use any grating cheese you want. Parmigiano Reggiano, Locatelli, Pecorino Romano. I like this Grana Padano. It's nice and sweet. Got some basil for the end. We added a little fresh basil leaves in the sauce, which again, we talked about that with the Bean. Put it in with the onions and garlic first before the tomato. So there's our shrimp parmigiana. Okay? Let's get that station over here. Okay, here's our main station. I'm going to fry up these shrimp. So first I'll dry them off a little. Flour, all-purpose flour. 2 beautiful eggs from the ladies. And breadcrumb. And we're going to season up the breadcrumb a little. But first, let me show you what I'm going to do with these shrimp. So I dried these guys off nicely. They were in that lemon, ice, a little bit of oregano. Now they're dried off. And what I'm going to do, now these shrimp, like I said, I split them and I deveined them. Perfect right there for your shrimp cocktail, some scampi. Scampi I might butterfly them a little more. Baked shrimp, anything like that. But for this dish, I'm going to give them another slice, even more than if I was making scampi or stuffed shrimp. I want these pretty much flat. But you don't want to go through. Alright? You want to leave it. Look at that. Get a nice sharp knife. See that? Nice and flat. Alright, I'll do the rest of these. See you back at the board. Come on, let's do it. Okay, we got all our shrimps flattened out nicely. Ready to bread and fry. So let's get started. AP flour, let's just go with a little salt in there. Just season a little. Remember, we want to season it every step of the way. I'm going to go with just a dash of hot sauce in the egg. This is Texas Pete. Just spice them up a little. And then the breadcrumbs. Alright, I have to confess, I bought 4C breadcrumbs. Probably the first I bought in 10 years, maybe more. I have some over there, some bread ready for the food processor to turn into crumbs. But I needed these, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something for something. Salt, a little pepperoncini. cracked black pepper. This is my homemade Italian seasoning. It's got a little bit of everything in it, dried. Garlic powder. And a good amount of grana padano. This is key. Nice amount of cheese. Let's mix that all around. And here's our station, okay? Take a shrimp, flour, egg, breadcrumb with grana padano. Make sure it's nice and coated. That egg will help it stick. And then put it on here. And you want to do them all and actually let them sit for a few minutes because the egg is glue. You want to let it set. Then everything will stay on while you fry them. Alright, I'll finish these up and let's go fry them up. I'll see you at the stove. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay, now though, before we go and fry these shrimp, before we go over to the stove, I want to talk about these shrimp. And by the way, I'm going to do a whole show just on this knife, so stay tuned. Big story behind this knife. Okay, we're going to do shrimp parmigiana. Vincenzo taught me this. It's amazing. And you can put it over pasta. I love it over angel hair, capellini. But tonight, we have a TikTok channel. I don't know if you know that. And on the TikTok, we made these incredible little club rolls, hoagie rolls, whatever you want to call them. And we made some mayonnaise in a separate TikTok episode, so check us out. Come on, let's do it on TikTok. But it's got the underscores, come, underscore, on, underscore, etc. Let's do it. These hoagie rolls, they have butter. So this is not like a baguette or a ciabatta. They're soft. They're fluffy. And we're going to bake them, toast them. But let's put a little of this mayo on there. It's nice and lemony. And then we'll toast them, get them nice golden brown with that homemade mayonnaise on them. Alright, I'll put them into the toaster oven. You don't need to see that toaster oven. My last 3 toaster ovens were gifts because people didn't like looking at the one I had. Alright, I'll pop them in and then we'll go over and fry up these shrimp. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Alright, there's our breaded shrimp. Like I said, you let them sit for a while. The egg sets. And here's our little fry station. I like this pot because it's got the deep side, so you don't need a lot of oil. And tonight I'm just frying in this Bertolli light olive oil. Okay? This is not, we're not going 360, 370. We're going to gently fry. You'll see. And then in the sink here, I put a little paper bag and my wire rack. Okay, when you fry, you want to put it on a rack, not on that paper bag or on a paper towel, because you want to keep it nice and crispy. Alright? So, fry station set up. Let's get to it. 350. Perfect. See how gently they're frying? This is not a deep fry. Give them a flip. Look how nice and golden. It's that gentle fry, 345, 350, and the olive oil can take that. It's not going to smoke out. Alright, I'll let these finish. Just a couple of minutes aside. I got 2 more, and then we'll check out our bread and put this little shrimp parmigiana sub together. Alright, let's assemble this sandwich. Here's that beautiful club roll baked, and then I broiled it. And yeah, I got a little bit of well done here. But remember, we brushed it with that homemade mayo. And if you can see, A little of this was even more well done, and I chipped it off. It's amazing. That's not burned bread. That's like brulee mayonnaise. Now, look at the size of this roll. When I make them, I make different size ones. It's beautiful. It's a little sandwich. I'm not getting all these fried shrimp on there. So, quick tip, quick tip. Always make more than you think you're gonna need. These shrimp are phenomenal. It's ridiculous. So let's do it like this. Let's take a little of our marinara sauce. Put it on the bottom of our toasted club roll. Brushed with mayonnaise. Let's take some of our shrimp. I think we only need 3. You know what that means. Another one's up for grabs. This one looks flatter. This one has been lost to attrition. Forget this old toaster oven tray. Let's bake it in here. That's what these are for, right? Cooking and presentation at one and the same time. Go with a little more sauce right over those shrimp. Let's take some of our grated mozzarella. You see how I have that second piece of bread? That's to catch that cheese. Be generous. Okay. Little grana padano. Alright. I'm going to pop this in the toaster oven and blast it like 450. And then we'll bring it back out here. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Check this out, man. Shrimp Parmigiano on that homemade toasted baked club roll that was just brushed with a little bit of mayo. Now, how am I going to finish this? Just going to go with a little touch of extra virgin olive oil, a little pepperoncini, and beautiful baby basil that's just starting to bang. So just a couple of those. Love these greens and herbs and stuff when they're this young. They're incredible. Alright? There ain't no sitting down. There ain't no... All you can do with this is attack it, man. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Friday night supper. Well, at least it's still Friday night. 10 minutes to midnight. Shrimp Parmigiana, Submarine, Hero, Hoagie, Grinder, Sandwich, whatever you want to call it. So freaking good, man. I gotta eat. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.